Hello again. Okay, so going to do quite a moving practice. This is going to incorporate quite a lot of scapular shoulder mobility and quite a lot of hip flexor mobility. So it's ideal for people that have to sit down a lot, either during the day for their work, or if you drive, or if you're generally tight in those areas anyway. So it's going to be a lot of standing up, a lot of vinyasa flows, a lot of coming down through sun salutations, and we'll mix it up a bit as well. So if there's anything you can't do, don't worry too much about it. Just leave that and you can join in again. Don't do anything that's going to hurt you. Be compassionate with your body, and it's absolutely fine just to sit back and watch and then cherry pick some of the stuff in the class and just do the stuff in the class. But there's plenty there for, you know, everybody. So there must be something that you can tune into that works for you. Child pose, so cracking on with it. So coming to an extended child, take your knees out to the edges of the mat, join the big toes together, walk the hands to the top corners of the mat and sit the hips back onto the heels. Okay, so just going to take a little moment here just to get centered. So as you come into this position here and find that length through the back, find that compression in the hips, take a few breaths here into your tummy. So feel the tummy descend down to the mat as you breathe in, and as you breathe out, sit back into the hips. Just spend a couple of moments here just identifying what's the most prominent sensation across your whole body, what's actually calling out, and take your attention to that point. Could be anywhere in your body whatsoever. But spend a moment having a bit of a connection here to try and bring your mind onto the practice and still following the breath. You can stay here as long as you want. But we're going to get cracking on this and get the blood going. So looking up between the hands, come all the way up into a tabletop position, straight into a few cat-cows here. So if you haven't done these before with me, as you breathe in, drop the tummy down to the floor, lift the head up, point the bottom up slightly. And as you breathe out, drop the head between the shoulders, tucking the tailbone under, pulling the tummy button into the spine. And again, working that movement with your breath. So the other thing about this class is there's going to be quite a lot of breath to movement. And again, don't be too concerned if you lose that focus, that concentration. You can always join back in. And again, it doesn't really matter if occasionally you hold your breath because you're concentrating. But over time in your practice, keeping this movement going with your breath, over time in your practice, you start to get dialed into it, into that process. And that's the beauty of these flow movements, is they really get you into a mindful state with the breath, with the body moving through space. Okay, after you've done a couple of cat-cows now, we're going to sit the hips back on an exhale into the heels. We're going to inhale all the way up and keep the shoulders coming forwards of the wrists, lower the tummy down towards the mat, lower hips down, lift up through the crown of the head into high cobra. At the end of that inhale, exhale slowly all the way back and making the movement count with the breath, not rushing through the movement. It's a bit cheesy, but it's about the journey, not the destination. So inhaling through, dropping the hips down, lifting up through the crown of the head. And exhaling nice and slow with your breath. This time we're going to come up to tabletop, and with that inhale, lift the right hand and the left leg into balancing cat. At the end of the inhale, come all the way back down to the floor, slowly taking the hips back to the heels. Inhaling, coming up, balancing cat on the other side. Left hand, right leg comes up, side of the head and hip height. Exhale, coming all the way down. Inhale, coming up into tabletop, tucking the toes into the mat. Exhaling, lifting the knees and slowly lifting the hips up and back into downward dog. Inhale, coming through into plank. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale up onto your toes. Exhale down onto the heels. Inhale through into plank. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale up onto the toes. Exhale down to the heels. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin all the way down. Tops of the feet on the mat. Inhale up into cobra with your breath. And exhale down. Inhale into tabletop. Tucking the toes in. Exhale into downward dog.
looking up between the hands. Slowly inhale, walk into the top of the mat. Grab hold of opposite elbows with opposite hands and ragdoll here, couple of breaths. Stretching out the shoulders here, feeling the weight of the forearms. Stretch out the shoulder blades down the side of the ribs. Tucking the chin in, dropping the arms down. Slowly roll to an upright position. Rolling the shoulders back. Inhaling the hands up. And exhaling down. Softening the knees. Inhale the hands up forwards. Exhale, sweep them back. Inhale forwards, looking up. Exhale, sweeping back. Inhale forwards, lifting up. Exhale back and come onto your toes and hold some balance here on your toes and breathe. Oh, 2 or 3 breaths, finding that stability here. Big inhale here, exhale the heels down. Inhale the hands up into chair. And exhale, bent knee forward bend. Hands onto the shins. Slowly inhale into half forward bend, lifting the chest, looking forwards. Bending the knees on the exhale. Inhale, walking back to plank. Shoulders on top of wrists. Exhale all the way down. Tops of the feet on the mat as you inhale through into cobra. Maybe a high cobra, pelvis off the mat. Exhale down. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale into dog. Looking up between the hands. Inhale, step to the top of the mat. Tucking the chin in. Rolling up to standing. Inhaling the hands up nice and high. Exhale down. Slowly bending the knees, come all the way down. Hands on shins. Inhale, half forward bend. Exhale, bend the knees and step the right leg all the way to the back of the mat. Onto the ball of the foot. Inhale, turn the shoulders to the left. Take that left hand up. Exhale down. Inhale the shoulders to the right, taking the right hand up, keeping the hips stable. Exhale down. Step back into a downward dog on an inhale and exhale. Couple of breaths here, working with the breath. Nice and slow. Inhale the right leg nice and high, come up to the toes of the left foot and exhale that right foot forward between the hands, keeping that left knee up. Inhale, turn the shoulders to the right, take the right hand up and down. Inhale to the left, up and down. Step to the top of the mat, bent knee forward bend, tuck the chin in, inhale all the way up to standing and inhale again, lift the arms up and exhale down. Okay, going to step the left foot back just a fraction, not a deep stride, but quite a narrow stride here. We're going to do split squats. So split squats, hands on opposite shoulders is like this with the breath. That's an exhale down, inhale up. And look at my knee, my left knee going straight down, hips going straight down, body's quite upright, okay? It's quite a good way to warm up your quads. And up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Taking the body weight over that standing leg. Sweep the hands behind you and find some balance here in Superman and hold and breathe here. Keeping your focus, keeping your breath nice and steady, feeling that grounding sensation through that right foot, that right leg, that right hip. 3 to 4 to 5 breaths here. Slowly come all the way up. And into Tadasana. Inhale the hands up and down. And up. And down. And we step the right foot back again for split squats on this side. Again, not a great step back. Hands on opposite shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, coming down. So torso, axial body, coming straight down onto that knee. And down. Inhale up. And down, really working the quads. Inhale up and down. Inhale up and down. One more. Inhale up and down. Inhale up, lean over that standing left leg, sweep the hands behind you, find some balance here in Superman. Hands are nice and wide, keeping the breath nice and steady, working it out, breathing nice and slowly. Then feeling that sense of effort, grounding, work going on. 3 to 4 to 5 breaths, whatever you've got in your body. Slowly floating that right leg down. This time, take the hands down. Step all the way back into a downward dog and pedal the legs out here. Inhale up onto your toes. Exhale down. Inhale into plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale up into cobra. And down. Inhale to tabletop, tucking the toes in. Exhale into downward dog. Inhaling the right leg nice and high, three-legged dog, coming on the toes of the left foot. Exhale, step that right foot forwards, rotating that left heel down. Inhale, sweep the hands forward and up into warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Right arm floats in front, left hand behind. Inhale, come all the way back into reclined warrior. And exhale, windmill down to the mat. Hands either side of that right foot. Inhale, back into plank. Exhale, all the way down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up into cobra. And exhale down. Inhale to tabletop. Tucking the toes in. Exhale into dog. Find this posture, few breaths here. You can be moving in this posture, up on the toes, down, moving the heels from side to side, getting some lateral stretch through the body, bending the knees, stretching through the back, straightening the legs. Okay, whatever what you works with you. Okay, inhaling, lifting that left leg nice and high, come up onto the toes of the right foot. Exhale, step that left foot forwards, rotating the right heel down. Ready to inhale forwards and up into warrior here. And exhale into warrior two. Left arm in front, right hand behind. Inhale, come back into reclined warrior. And exhale, windmill all the way down. Hands come down to the floor. Inhaling all the way back into plank. Shoulders on wrists and exhale down. Inhale up into table, into cobra. And exhale down. Inhale to tabletop, tuck the toes in. Exhale into dog. Taking a couple of breaths here. And again, moving the body as you feel you want to. And then look up between the hands. Little jump to the top of the mat. To a bent knee forward bend. Tucking the chin in, rolling all the way up to standing. Lift the hands up into tall mountain. Side bend to the left as you exhale. Drop the left hand down to the side. Inhale the hands up. And drop the hand down to the right for a side bend to that side. Inhale up. Soften the knees. Slowly come down to a bent knee forward bend. Hands on shins. Inhale into half forward bend. And exhale, bend the knees. Step the left leg all the way to the back of the mat and the left knee comes down. Inhale, sweep up into crescent moon. On an exhale, turn into the left, drop the right hand in front, left hand behind. Inhale, up into crescent moon, turn to the right. Inhale, up into crescent moon. This time, fingertips behind ears, bending the elbows. Inhale, pull the elbows back, push the chest forwards and lean into this lunge. Working hip flexors and shoulder girdle and holding here for a couple of breaths. Inhale the hands up, float the hands down on the inside of that right leg. Inhale, turn your shoulders to the right, take the right hand up. Exhale down. Inhale, turn the shoulders to the left, take the left hand up and down. Inhale, sweep the hands up again And exhale, float the hands down as you straighten out that right leg. Inhale, come forwards, bending the right knee. Exhale, back, half split. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, back. Inhale, forwards. And as you come back, lift the toes up, go deeper on this half split for a static posture here. Hold and breathe. Maybe take the arms behind you if you've got the balance here to allow that focus on that stretch of that right hamstring. And bring the hands all the way forwards, bending that right knee, tucking the left toes into the mat. Lift the left knee, step back up into downward dog. Pedal out here. Inhale through into plank. Exhale down. Inhale all the way up into high cobra. And exhale, release. Inhale to tabletop, tuck the toes in. Exhale into downward dog. And breathe here, a couple of breaths. Looking up between the hands, step, walk, float, or jump to the top of the mat. Bent knee forward, bend, tuck the chin in. Slowly inhale. Coming all the way through, shoulders back, hands up into tall mountain. Softening the knees, exhale all the way down to a bent knee forward bend. Hands under the shins. Inhale all the way up into half forward bend. And exhale, bend the knees. Step the right leg all the way to the back of the mat. Dropping the right knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands forwards and up into a crescent moon. Exhale, turn to the left. Right arm in front, left hand behind. Inhale, turn and look forwards. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale, lift up. This time, cactus the arms to bring the elbows down, shoulder height, palms facing forwards. Inhale the chest forwards, pulling the elbows back. Exhale, lean into this lunge and hold this posture, static posture here for a few breaths. Keeping active in the shoulder girdle, stretching out through the pelvis, the hip flexor. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, both hands down on the inside of that left foot. Inhale, turn the shoulders to the left, take that left hand up. And exhale down. Inhale, turn the shoulders to the right, take the right hand up. And down. Inhale up into crescent moon one more time, finding the nice stretch here in that hip flexor. And then exhale the hands down either side of that left foot. Inhale, gliding back into half splits. Exhale forwards. Inhale, gliding back. Going a bit deeper each time. Exhale forwards. Inhale, gliding back. And we hold there. And we work this stretch. Lift those toes off. Flex the ankle. If that's good enough for you, that's fine. If you want to go maybe deeper, take the hand support away. Lower the chest down onto that thigh. And breathe. And release. Take the hands forward, bend that left knee. Tuck the right toes in, lift the right knee up. Step back into downward dog. Establishing the posture. Nice, slow breath. Inhale through to plank. Tops of the feet on the mat if you can. Lower the hips down into upward dog. Lift up through the crown of the head, bring the shoulders away. Core engagement here, pulling your tummy in to support that lumbar spine. Drop into tabletop on the, and then exhale into downward dog, or from here, slowly on the exhale, lift the hips up, roll, step over the feet into downward dog. Inhale the left leg nice and high. Exhale, step the left foot forward between the hands. Inhale all the way up into high crescent lunge. Exhale, come forwards into rocket. So this is a straight position of your torso, your arms, your leg. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, rocket. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, rocket and hold. Finding the work in the core here.
Look down at the ground and maybe come into warrior 3 if you've got the balance here. If not, stay in rocket. Couple more breaths. And then float the hands down. Step back into downward dog. Couple of breaths here. Inhaling the right leg nice and high. Come off the toes, the left foot. Exhale, step that right foot forwards. Inhale all the way up into high crescent. Exhale, rocket. Keeping the whole body straight and flat through here. Inhaling, bending at the hips. Exhaling, forwards. Inhaling, high crescent. Exhale, rocket and hold. Feeling that work going on now in the shoulders, pulling that tummy button in. Looking at the ground in front of you, maybe finding a warrior 3 here, or staying in rocket if that's already hard enough for you. Wherever you are, a couple more breaths. And float the hands down. Well done. Step back into downward dog. And this time into plank on the inhale. Exhale all the way down now. Tops of the feet on the mat. Inhale up into cobra. And exhale down. Inhale into tabletop, tucking the toes in the mat. Exhale into downward dog. Look up between the hands. Step or jump or walk to the top of the mat. Inhale, hands forwards into chair. And exhale back into balancing chair. Hold here for a couple of breaths. Stand on your toes. Inhale, hands forwards into a balance here in chair. Really working those quads now. And drop onto the heels, float down to a bendy forward bend. Hands onto the shins, inhale, lift the chest, look forwards into half forward bend. And on an exhale, keeping the legs straight, come into a deeper forward bend here as you take your head and your chest further down, lifting the sit bones up, maybe grabbing hold of the ankles as a bind to go deeper, if that's okay for you. And a couple of breaths here. Bending the knees, planting the hands down. Stepping the left leg to the back of the mat, drop down on the left knee. Inhale the hands up into crescent moon. Exhale, turn to the left like we did before. Inhale up, turn to the right on the exhale. Inhale up, hands behind ears. And then inhale as you pull the elbows back, static posture here. Chest goes forward, thinking about the shoulder blades meeting each other in the small of the back. Inhale the hands up. Exhale the hands down on the inside of that right foot. Turn the shoulders to the left, take the left hand up. And exhale down. Turn the shoulders to the right, taking the right hand up. And down. Inhale both hands up. If you can, take the hands forwards, lift that left leg up, sweep the left hand behind to find the ankle for a quad stretch here. If it's not working for you, go back into crescent moon, hands up and looking forwards. Exhale, release, drop the hands down, push into the mat with the hands, step back to dog, pedal out the legs. Inhale through into plank and exhale to the ground. Inhale all the way through into high cobra or upward dog, lifting up through the crown of the head, shoulders coming back. Exhale to the floor. Inhale into tabletop, tuck the toes in. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale the left leg nice and high, come up to the toes of the right foot. Exhale, step that left foot forward between the hands, drop down on the right knee. Inhale through into crescent moon. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Cactus the arms. And inhale, chest forward, elbows back, looking slightly up and breathing here. Leaning into this lunge again, stretching that hip flexor. Inhale the hands up. Exhale on the inside of that right foot. Inhale, turn to the left, take that left hand up. Exhale down. Inhale, turn to the right as the right hand comes up and down. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, right leg comes up, right hand goes back. See if you can make contact for a quad stretch here and left hand forwards. If you can't, come back into crescent moon. If you can, hold here, pull in that quad on and breathe in. And release, crescent moon. Exhale, come down. Push into the mat, tuck the right toes in, lift the right knee up. Inhale back into downward dog. Okay, a couple of breaths here. So inhale into plank, then wild things. You come forward into plank, rolling onto the outer edge of the right foot, step the left toes behind you, and inhale as you lengthen, open the front of the body here. And a couple of breaths here. Shoulder blades coming together again. Really working that shoulder girdle. Slow exhale as that left hand comes down, rolling through plank, outer edge of the left foot. Jump onto, or right toes onto the mat and find wild thing on this side. Pushing the hips forwards, really stretching through the front of the chest. And come all the way down to plank and then lower down. Tops of the feet on the mat. Inhale through and up into cobra. Exhale down. Inhale into dog. Sit the hips back for a child here, just for a couple of breaths. Just to regroup. Feel the sensations across the whole of the body and steady in the breath. Couple of breaths. And then look up between the hands, coming into tabletop. Tucking the toes in, slowly lifting up into downward dog and establishing your downward dog here. Inhale the right leg nice and high onto the toes of the left foot. Exhale, step forwards and rotate that left heel down. Inhale, windmill, taking that left arm all the way, arcing up around into warrior two. Looking over middle finger of right hand. Find this posture. Inhale the hand forwards. If you're going to grab hold of that bow to pull that arrow back, and then pull that arrow back as the elbow comes back, and then gently lean back as you stretch the right hand forwards in front of you. Left finger's pointing forwards and hold here. Taking that left arm all the way back, warrior two. And then we're going to exhale and windmill all the way down either side of that right foot. Up into standing split as you lift that left leg up, straighten out through the right leg. Hold in here and breathe. You can challenge your balance here by taking the hands away or grabbing your standing leg. If it doesn't work today, that's okay. Still do it anyway. Every time we do it, we develop a little bit more neuroplasticity, motor neuron connectivity, and ankle strength and stability. Dropping the hands down, floating that left foot down, pushing into the mat with the hands. You just step all the way back to downward dog. Pedal out the legs here. Inhaling that left leg nice and high into three-legged dog, coming up to the toes of the right foot. Exhaling, stepping the left foot forwards, rotating that right heel down. Ready for that big arcing windmill as you come all the way up into warrior two on this side. Looking over the middle finger of the left hand. Breathe in here into this posture. Inhaling that right hand forward to take aim with that arrow. Pulling the arrow and the bowstring back as the elbow comes up high. And then lean back as you take aim here. Pushing the left fingers forwards, pulling the right elbow backwards. And breathing nice and slowly. Focus middle finger of that left hand. Taking that left arm back, warrior two. Windmilling all the way down on the exhale to standing split, all in one smooth movement maybe. Right leg hip height. Check the balance out on this side. Each time you do this, it gets better, it gets easier, it gets more stable. And drop the hands down. Floating that right foot back, step back into dog. Look up between the hands, step, walk, float, or jump to the top of the mat. Tucking the chin in, slowly rolling up to standing. Inhaling the hands up and down. Inhaling the hands up at the top of your mat, cactus the arms. Then inhaling, pulling the elbows back, pushing the chest forwards, and breathe. Keeping those shoulder blades squeezing towards each other. Inhaling, hands up, straight leg forward bend as you swan dive down towards the ground. Hands come down behind the legs and then gently lifting the sit bones up, encouraging your head and chest to come closer to the floor. If your knees are bent, that's okay. Find tension in your legs. That's good enough. Bending the knees and walking all the way back to plank on an inhale. Rolling over the outer edge of the left foot, stack the ankles or one foot in front of the other. Find the stability here for side plank. You can take a leg up if you've got the power, the strength. And come back down to the mat with a hand as you roll through into plank, into side plank on the other side. Find the ground in the foundation. Be stable here. If you want, test yourself, challenge yourself. Every achievement begins with a decision to try. Calm down. All the way back into plank. Knees, chest, chin. Tops of the feet on the mat. Upward dog. Pull forwards and up. Shoulder blades coming down the back. Lift up through the crown of the head. Good core engagement here. Putting your solar plexus into your ribs. And then exhale. Work your way to downward dog. Nearly there. Hip openers. Okay, inhale the left leg nice and high. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. And then to the left elbow. Now, if your foot is okay to drop onto the floor and your knee to lower down on the floor, drop the right knee onto the floor. Go very carefully here, walking that right foot backwards, finding some tension in your left hip. If you've got any problems with your left knee, come back out of pigeon and take child pose. But if you're good to go, step in that right foot back, find that hip rotation, that tension in the left hip, walk the hands forwards, maybe onto the forearms, maybe further down, but find the tension in your body here. I'm going to take 4 or 5 slow breaths in this posture. Actively softening any muscle contraction that doesn't need to be switched on. We use the bones to support the body in this posture. Don't fight against contracting muscles. Agonists, antagonists. Just let it all go. Feel that sense of release. Feel the tissue lengthening, softening. Okay, walking the hands backwards to a pigeon. And we're going to lean onto our left
buttock, glute. Sweep that right leg all the way around. See if we can drop that right knee some on the other side of the left knee. Okay, already turning to the left to find this position. Right hand comes behind you to lift through the spine. Lift the left hand up on an inhale, tuck the elbow in, and then use the bind here in this posture, half Lord of the Fishes, to twist through the spine, pulling the tummy button in and breathing nice and slowly. And then release. Taking that right leg up, grab hold of the right leg into heron, flex the ankle, and pull that hamstring stretch on. And release. Fold forwards, come into downward dog. And pedal out the legs here. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale through to plank, exhale all the way down. Inhale through and up into cobra, growing into striking cobra. Exhale down. Inhale into tabletop, tucking the toes in, exhale into downward dog. Inhale the right leg nice and high. Exhale right knee to left elbow and to right elbow. Positioning this leg in air so you can lower down. Checking your knee, dropping the left knee down, checking both knees. And then if you're good to go, if this is too much on your knee, take a child. Otherwise, work into pigeon as slowly as you need to. Find tension in that right glute, that right hip, and then soften everything that's contracted, that's fired up. And nice, slow, steady breaths here. Checking that there's nothing still evident, tight. And working your way back out of this. So bringing the hands, position the hands under the shoulders, and then leaning back on that right glute as you wheel around here, or take that left foot to the outside or the top side of the right knee. Turn into the left already, take the left hand behind to support the spine. Inhale the right hand up, exhale the elbow on the offside of that left knee, and then go for this twist here, pulling the tummy button in. Using the bind, finding space and twisting through the spine. And breathing into the tops of the ribs if the diaphragm is stuck and it can't go down. Using those intercostal muscles to open the ribs like an accordion and deepening your breath. And release, straightening out that left leg, pull that leg towards you, hamstring stretch, flex the ankle into heron. Hold and breathe and go deeper. And release into Sukhasana. Lower down onto your backs, bring your knees into your chest, squeeze the knees a couple of times here. And then straighten out the right leg, plant the left foot really close to that right leg, that right knee. Head and shoulders come down to the mat. Taking the left arm out to the side with the right hand, just rest that right hand onto that left knee and gently pull that left knee across for a supine twist here, pressing down on that left knee to find this twist, this rotation. Still breathing nice and steadily here. And release, change over, straighten out that left leg, bend the right knee, plant the foot close to that right knee, that right thigh, right hand out to the side, lift the left hand up, get something onto that right knee as you gently turn the body over or turn the body across into this twist here. Go for that point of tension, breathe and soften into here. And release. Okay, take the legs nice and long now. Take them to the bottom corners of the mat. Take the arms down the side of the body. Tuck the chin in. Big breath in here, fill in the lungs as much as you can, lifting the clavicle. And then release the breath. And release everything in the body. All the tension leaves the body with that breath. And you find yourself falling into the ground, being pulled into the mat as the ground rises up and pushes against your body. And you feel stable here, secure, safe. And so you can relax everything. Nothing needs to be tight, active, on. You simply melt into the floor. Scanning around your whole body, your wrists, your forearms, those parts of the body that have really worked in this practice, your ankles, your shoulders, your hip flexors, feeling all of the sensations across your body and softening and releasing and relaxing. And as the body lets go, stay in this Shavasana with your breath, following each breath as long as you want. But I'm going to close now. So thanks for trying this practice. Hope you got something out of it. It'd be lovely to see you in any of the public classes I'm running at the moment, and help yourself to some of the other videos. If you like them, give me a like, that'd be really nice. And carry on doing yoga. So stay safe and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.